Hello, guys. My name is Mr. Goochee, and welcome to Chemistry Back to School. All right, night. So I'm going to keep this video short. I know you have several of these to watch. So let's get to it. I'm just going to explain how this class works in 5 minutes or less. All right. So first thing about me, it is my 7th year at Abington, and my goal this year is have best practices, including the latest technology tools given our COVID situation, constantly improving as new technologies and practices are made available, and as much as possible, figure out how to do hands-on activities with students at home, because that's a big part of chemistry that we would otherwise be missing out on this year. I am backed by Abington's fantastic science department, best in the district as far as I'm concerned. And I would like you, if you're interested, to introduce yourself. On my back to school page, I'm going to have a link where you can just make a short little greeting video to introduce yourself to me using a tool called Flipgrid that your students have been using to make videos as well for assignments. So briefly, this year we're going to learn about how matter forms and behaves. We're talking about atomic theory, bonding and chemical reactions, and chemistry in the home, which is going to be really all of the hands-on chemistry I can do with students. All right. We meet twice a week with 2 extra meeting periods per month. Okay. We got a really weird schedule going on. So what I'm going to do for y'all is I'm just going to link to the calendar maker that I gave to all my students, where you can just put in like their sample Monday through Friday, their A day through E day schedule, and it will build out for them their schedule for the next 3 months. And every kid should have already built this for themselves already. It was one of our first assignments. Okay, cool. So next, my grading policy. My goal is to be forgiving, given how hard things are right now for a lot of people, and fair. So come up with a generous grading policy, and then as best as I can, stick to that policy unless student has a real family emergency or issue as to why something could not get done in a timely manner. All right, 70% of the grade is going to be test, quizzes, and labs. Okay, and projects, and 30% is going to be homework, classwork, and participation. Pretty much like a normal school year. Okay, so how are we going to do testing and quizzing? Well, I've got a few ideas. Okay, we are going to design assessments that plan for collaboration and outside sources. I know kids are going to help each other. I know they're going to use the internet. So we're going to design tests around that, including writing assessments with open-ended questions, having video essays like that flip grid I just showed you, and also randomized questions and question numbers so that every test is different for every student. Same kind of problems, but different values. Okay, labs, again, twice per month, we're going to have an extra lab period, and I'm going to try and make this as interactive as possible, have students safely run lab experiments at home using common household non-dangerous ingredients. The old baking soda vinegar. I don't know if you know this, but ketchup, salt, and a penny is another one. And maybe with adult supervision, some things like things we can do with steel wool and hydrogen peroxide. Okay, these things aren't going to be dangerous and should not require purchases. If a kid wants to participate, then I'm going to try and keep the activities as cheap as possible if you can't find any of the alternate stuff just lying around your house. Okay. So, how to help? Reach out to me if your student is having any trouble but is too embarrassed to ask. And let me know if they're complaining, like I'm just doing something totally wrong that another teacher is doing right. These kids are usually bashful about saying this stuff to me, but have them tell me or you reach out and let me know. I'm always trying to improve. Keep an eye out for email updates. And if I run a chem experiment that uses some household chemicals, maybe help your kids find those chemicals around the house. And if possible, if you want a spring to buy, a $1 bottle of vinegar they might need, then that would be helpful as well. Okay, check the Q&A page on my website for any of the common questions that are asked. Email me at davidgucci@abington.k12.pa.us. All right, that's the best way to reach me. We can schedule a time to call or chat. Thanks for watching, everyone. Adios.